This is a video that's going to show you how to calculate the mean, median, and mode for a group of scores. And these are all measures of sexual tendency. In this fictitious study, we looked at 15 particular children at daycare, and we calculated the number of positive social interactions that they had throughout the day. And for each child, you can see that we have calculated, whoops, didn't mean to do that. We calculated how many positive social interactions they had throughout the day by keeping track of each individual person and counting the number of times that they had a positive social interaction. From this, we can determine a few things. First is mean. We can also calculate the median and also the mode. The mean is the one that actually requires a bit of a formula, so we'll start with that one, and the median and mode will come along a little bit later. Our formula for calculating the mean is fairly easy. Big M, mean, equals sigma of x divided by big N. What this really means is we're going to calculate the mean by taking the sum of all the scores and dividing it by the number of scores. It's actually fairly simple. So when we do that, we can calculate that the sum of all the scores is 45, and we found that just by simply adding up all of the scores together. And we divide that by the number of scores. There happen to be 15 children in this study, so there are going to be 15 scores. So we can plug that in for big N. And when we do it, the math comes out fairly simply by dividing 45 by 15, and you get 3. So what all this means is that our mean is equal to 3. So what this really means is that for this particular group of 15 children on that given day, the average number of positive social interactions was 3. Now that's just one thing that we can determine from that group of scores. We can also determine the median and the mode. In order to find the median, we need to do something different to the scores. We actually need to arrange them in order from smallest to biggest. And I suppose you could do it from biggest to smallest if you wanted to, but we always go smallest to biggest when we have a chance to. So let's go ahead and take the scores from up here and rearrange them from lowest to biggest. And I'll do that automatically in just a second. And there are the scores magically arranged from lowest to biggest. And in order to find the median, it's fairly easy. All we really have to do is take the middle score. This is without regard to weight or outliers or anything. It's just the middle score. We can find the middle score by cutting the distribution in half. If there are an even number of scores, then what we can do is take the average of the two middle scores, which we found out how to do average from above. Or what we can also do is find just the middle score of an odd number of scores. For example, there are 15 here, so we can take the 8th score, and that will be the middle score because that means there will be 7 on either side. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that gives us our 3. Let me switch over to a pen real quick. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This gives us our middle score here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on either side. The median equals 3. We have found the mean, we have found the median. The last thing we can find is the mode. And the mode is simply the score that occurs most frequently in a particular distribution. Sometimes you'll have only one score that occurs most frequently. Sometimes you'll have many. And the magic trick to that is if you have more than one score that occurs more frequently, then you say that the mode is both, or however many scores occur the most frequently. in our particular example, we have a group of scores that have two frequencies that occur the most. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who had 2 instances of positive social interaction, and then we have 5 people who had 4 instances of positive social interaction. So let me get over to a pen. Because of that, we say that our mode is equal to 2 and 4.